Welcome to the Knuckleheads of Liberty.
Community college in California, where the administration came down on kids for putting up posters that essentially questioned the veracity of socialism. A lot of these ideas that are being taught on the college campuses, and essentially they were talking about issues of how many people had died under communist regimes, and some of the oppressive conditions that people were living under, and the school administrators forced them to take it down. And it looks like fire got involved. That's Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, and helped them in a lawsuit against the California's Clover Community College. So that's where this one was taking place. And this is actually a Young Americans for Liberty group, Gadai. So maybe there's a little bit of a connection for you on this one too. But
Young Americans for Young Americans for Freedom, I think. Separate
Oh,
one.
this was Young Americans for Freedom. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I guess I misread that one. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, YAF versus YAL.
Yeah.
What's good to know that there's more than one organization out there helping kids out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, what do you guys think about this? I mean, just one more instance of the colleges being loaded against free speech for conservatives. It sounds like, or liberty-minded people.
But you see what is happening here, and this incident really typifies what's going on. So first of all, they want to preach this garbage. They want to tell us socialism is so great and wonderful, but they also do not want anyone to disagree with their contentions. No one should debate them. No one should ever come up with any ideas that are different from the accepted narrative. So on this campus here right now, the administrators planned this, made up this, fabricated this story as to why these people had to take the poster down. Imagine that on a public campus, a government-funded campus, they are trying to infringe upon people's free speech rights on a publicly funded campus. This is the government doing this to these young kids. God help us. What is America coming to when we no longer have a free speech right? When we have government officials plotting, actively plotting, fabricating stories to violate people's rights. I hope these people are sued to hell as much as we can to change these policies that are infringing upon the rights of young people and all Americans.
Yeah. My dad, he was in the Soviet Union, and when he went to college, he was actually investigated by the KGB for being a dissident. And even he says that America has gotten very bad. He's like, oh my God, these California campuses are crazy.
Well, it's like people stopped reading Orwell here or something. I mean, we have these lessons that have been given to us from 50, 60 years ago. And the idea that people are just like out to lunch on this. They somehow think that, hey, colleges are the place to force ideas on people, not to have rich debate and discussion about
exactly
the best ideas. So yeah,
I don't even remember, Jason, but we in one of our shows we discussed a woman who was from North Korea. I think her name was Yaomi Park or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things she said when she landed in America, and she went to Colombia or someplace like that. One thing she said was that this place have gone mad. She said she's seen things like things that used to happen in North Korea. She didn't expect this in America, in the United States of America, where freedom is supposed to be such a big deal. And I was really fascinated by her words. And now, and the reason why I thought about this is because what Gadai said, his father, who was born in the Soviet Union, is saying that here in America, we are seeing things happening to us in terms of our freedoms than worse than what was going on in the Soviet Union. This is scary thinking. This is scary thoughts. This is unbelievable.
Yeah. Both of my parents were in the Soviet Union, and they were telling me when I was going to school, like, don't say anything about politics, just agree with the professor all the time, just do whatever they say, just I'm telling you, it's gotten that bad. It's the campuses are in effect the same institutions as the Soviet Union were, these awful communist propaganda machines. That's all
Yes.
they are.
Yes.
And it's just appalling.
Well, you know what I find particularly scary about all this too is the redefining of words on the fly in order for
Yes.
and government being involved in this, and the idea that it's like we just had this discussion about inflation the other day, and it's sort of like, well, we all think we know what inflation is, and suddenly the oh god, the intellectual class is telling us that, oh no, that is a definition that you thought inflation was the other day. No, it's not inflation anymore.
Anymore. No. Yeah.
And
No.
this is kind of what's happening. It seems like that's happening on the college campuses too. I mean, it just kind of redefining these words and concepts, and these trigger zones and everything else. I just, oh man, it's very anti-intellectual. It feels
Yeah,
like.
but Jason, but you're absolutely right about the redefining of words on the campuses. But it's not only happening on the campuses; it's happening throughout
Yeah.
society. I
Yeah.
mean, whereas what is a woman is being redefined, reproductive rights is there's new definitions for that. There's, I mean, equal opportunity is being redefined. I mean, just look at it. All of these things. We just talked about inflation and recession. All of those things are being redefined. So whenever the ruling class have no substance left in their arsenal of things to do, all they try to do is to redefine the words, and then everybody will say, yes, that makes sense, and everything now is nice and wonderful. This is dangerous stuff. This is 1984 in the making. Yeah. That's what's going on.
Yeah, no, it feels very Orwellian. All of this
Orwellian,
stuff.
Exactly.
Yes.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, always.